Hey.
7-5.
Go back.
Woo.
I forgot fucking pun goes last on this shit.
Yeah.
Cypress Hill was in the comments. Skunk. Welcome world, welcome world. Episode 75 of the Great American Hip Hop Debate Podcast. I am Brother Burnz. To the left, I got the brother V.S.
V.S. to the O.P. What it be? You know what it is.
On the check-in, I got International Blood.
Fresh off that Verzuz battle was goody, my niggas.
And in the studio today, we got the brothers OneGotBeats and the brother Crisis.
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Kings.
Shout out to the brother
Yes.
Diego behind the lens.
Cuzzo's right there.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Shouts to
Absolutely.
these guys.
Shout out as always to the brother F and Straight Fuego Studios. Shout out to everybody checking in on
Hello,
Apple Podcast, Spotify, and on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe, share, and comment. Let's get into shout outs. Y'all got any shout outs?
I got a shout out. I definitely got a shout out. I have a shout out to Miss Jasmine Camacho Quinn, the gold medalist in 100 meters. First time track for Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Viva Puerto Rico.
She ran for Puerto Rico. Even though she was brought up here, she ran for Puerto Rico because her mother was Puerto Rican.
That's what's
You know
up.
what I'm saying?
That's
So she
Saw
won
that.
the gold medal for
Saw
Puerto
that.
Rico. So a big fucking weba!
And Team
Puerto
USA.
Rico. Yeah, and Team USA. They rapped and shit.
Nah, baby.
12.336 seconds, bro. She hurdled 100 fucking meters.
Yeah,
bro.
she was crazy. I saw that.
She won by a convincing margin. It's not like she won by a little bit.
She pulled away
Yeah.
after the second hurdle. She pulled away
she was
crazy.
out.
Yeah,
She was
word.
out. And the
shout
guy
out to
that was commentating is like, and the Puerto Rican, no one's gonna catch the Puerto Rican.
That's
I
that.
was like,
That's
nope,
that
they're not
arroz con
gonna catch
pollo.
it.
That's that arroz con pollo,
Y'all ain't
bro.
never catching a Puerto Rican,
sample
like.
right there, yo. Throw
Yeah,
that shit
no
on the
one's gonna
track.
catch the Puerto Rican.
Word up.
Yeah.
So shouts to her, Jasmine Camacho Quinn.
Yes, big shout out to her. Absolutely.
Shout out to Brooklyn Blue, too.
Yeah, big shout out to Brooklyn Blue for the bottle.
Yeah, man.
A very fruity tropical
Concoction.
Yeah, but it's definitely a hit.
Goes down
promotion.
smooth.
Summer drink right there.
Yeah.
What's your promo voice on,
Ladies,
Ladies.
and the guys.
Yes, ladies. Get your
This is the
Brooklyn
vibe
Blue
right
on.
here.
Yeah, that's the
Word up.
vibe. I like
Y'all
Shirley.
could've- y'all could've
24%
did that shit
vibe.
for last
Yo, word. 24%
up.
alcohol.
Or shout out to the Bronx too.
Y'all
Shout out to
could've took that
Sandy.
shit to,
Ready.
And
that
SMG,
spot.
right?
SMG all the
SMG.
time, baby.
SMG.
And what's the name of the studio?
U-side chamber.
Inside Chamber. Shout out.
You were ready.
I want to talk the Verzuz battle, but before we get into the Verzuz battle, I want to give a negative shout out. A boo this man to whoever the DJ was at the Verzuz battle before the battle got started. I don't know if y'all was paying attention.
Nah, I usually don't watch the pre-shows.
So
Yeah, that was pretty whack.
You're in New York.
Oh, yeah. I know what
you're in
saying.
MSG.
He did his thing for a minute though.
He didn't do shit.
Can't do shit. You know what this motherfucker played?
Yeah,
was
he
he
had the
playing?
audacity to play
Hit him up.
in New York.
Oh yeah.
For a New York
Yeah.
person.
Was that the second DJ? Was that Dipset DJ? 'Cause
No,
the
no,
first
no.
He's talking about
Before
the
the
that was
battle?
hit him in Dub.
battle.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah.
read
Nah,
I
that
didn't
was
see that.
that's corny.
Yeah, that was corny. I didn't see that.
Once he did that, I was like,
They should have booed him off the stage.
big time,
Yeah.
bro. And then he went into a set of
They should have threw tomatoes at him.
like a down south set, but like a new age down south set. I don't know. It was weird. He played like 10 songs.
Dipset's
that it
DJ
made
did
no
that,
fucking
too.
sense,
You gotta
bro.
read the room, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, know where you're at
You in
and
the
know
garden,
your
baby.
audience.
You in
Yeah.
the garden,
It's
baby.
fucking
He had it
Dipset versus
popping
D
at
Block.
first, though.
How you fucking
Yeah,
running
and
with?
the
You
garden.
can't. First of all, you can't play "Hit 'Em Up" in New York.
Yeah, in the whole state of
Yeah,
New York,
yeah,
you're not
yeah.
allowed to play
Like at a
that
hip hop
song.
event for
Yeah,
New York,
for
like
New York, yeah,
that's some
exactly.
asshole shit.
I think he
Yeah,
got
you
paid
got
to
it.
do that shit.
Is he from Cali?
I don't know who the fuck it was.
You gotta be from Cali.
I didn't know.
Fuck these motherfuckers.
I just know that shit was whack, and right there, I was already turned off.
Bro,
to the
any
shit.
Pac song.
Nah, I'm glad I didn't see that because that would have turned.
No, I seen that shit. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Burnz. Let's give a big boo this man to all whack DJs.
Correct. Boo whack
Ooh, whack
Word up,
DJ.
word up.
Now,
A very essential part of hip hop that a lot of people have forgotten.
to go
You know,
into the
Pac was dissing Biggie on that track, and they both had links. Dipset and fucking The Lock got.
turn
links
his
to
mic
Biggie.
He was listening big? Nah. No, he wasn't.
What I'm trying to say, I'm trying to make the correlation that he played that, and both The Lock and Dipset got links to Biggie is what I'm saying.
Yeah, basically. Well,
Bro,
Cam,
but he shouldn't have played
Cam,
it.
Cam technically
That's
does.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
that's
should.
a double
Cam,
link.
of course, the
Yeah,
Locks do.
Cam.
It was signed to fucking Bad Boy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was right
No,
under-
but Cam too, because you know in the
Exactly.
beginning with and
Yeah, that's
like
true.
Un was basically Big's partner, so you know what I'm
Man,
saying.
listen.
Yeah,
entertainment.
Big wanted a sign Cam.
There's
on.
no
Well, that
way.
entertainment, I think
Exactly.
Big was part of. I can't really speak too much on it, but I'm almost sure he had like a hand in it. You know what I'm saying in the entertainment shit. So
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
the
they signed,
original story,
Kim and,
according to Cam
yeah, Kim and they had
Charlie Baltimore.
Charlie Baltimore, and
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. So
and Little Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah. But originally the story is that the reason unsigned Cam is because Biggie, before he passed away.
yeah, something like that. I
wanted
remember
to
they
sign him.
mentioned it on
Yeah.
on one of them other
Yeah, he flowed for
podcasts.
Big.
Yeah.
Now to get to the battle, I think I was the only one that thought Dipset was gonna win.
I think so.
Did
too.
you say that?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
said that
glad, I did
publicly.
not
I
see
was
that on your
super-
gram.
No,
I didn't.
Because he
put
said
on-
it behind. He said it on the back channels
Hey,
because me and him
okay.
was
I
going
can't-
back and forth
I
on the
can't promote
DMs.
it in public.
Smart man, smart
He
man,
did
smart
say
man.
that shit.
Nah, he did say that.
Yo.
That nigga did that biggest fan.
My guy
Yo,
told
for
me,
real.
Hey, nah,
they
listen,
can't play. We
listen.
gonna make it and wild out 20
Listen,
times. I
listen,
said, "Are
I'm-
you man? Listen, we will."
No,
see.
let me
I
say
will see.
first-
I'm a
Monday.
big Dipset fan too, bro. But when they said deep, there's no one in my head that, other than like if the whole Wu went up against them, but like as far as like small groups like Dipset, D Block,
Yeah.
I can't think of nobody that could go bar for bar with them.
Yeah. it's
Like it's just.
See, but I don't.
But
I
people
don't
were going off their
correlate,
hits. That's what it was.
with
And people were
bars,
like,
so I thought it was gonna be a
but
battle of
Kiss already
hits.
proved. That's why I was telling people. I
Right.
was telling my
'Cause
man
with
that
Fab and
with
Kiss.
Fab, because
Yup.
Fab, if you think about it, Fab got hits
Yeah.
after
No, I
hits.
definitely didn't
So I mean,
count that into my.
I'm gonna tell y'all like I told,
big mistake on my part.
I'm gonna tell y'all like I told my cousin Jay. We were talking about the battle before it actually happened and shit, and I'm like, yes, Dipset has hits. They do have hits, and they got shit. You know what I'm saying? But yo, Locks got bangers.
Yeah.
Like bangers.
Listen.
Like, ah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
they
So
wanted
it
a
was-
few.
banging.
They
Yeah.
wanted a few mixtape, like when
Yeah.
the mixtape era, when they was going hard with the mixtape. They wanted a few groups
Yeah.
that when they rap to your beat, it's basically their beat now.
Yeah.
So
They
when
was
you
owning
hear
it.
those freestyles, you automatically remember those songs that they did to them. Like you don't even think of the original songs.
And
G
even
Unit did that too.
yeah, G Unit definitely did that.
Plus they got their original underground hits all on Clue. Like
No,
they
but
was
yeah, that's
focused
what I'm
on
saying.
mixtapes
Yeah,
for
they
years.
got those. They got
know what I'm
the
saying?
the first album, the set, all the D Block. When they started doing the D Block thing, that's when they went.
Yo,
They were on the-
you know what I was
crazy.
looking at? Like for me, I was looking at this, right? Listen to Dipset beats, and then listen to like Rough Rider, D Block beats. Dipset shit is very down tempo. It's like anthemy. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like Kiss and P, like they're more up tempo, like they spitting, they fucking, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah,
you get
more
that
live.
energy from the music.
It's
you
like
know what I'm
they
saying?
attacking the beat.
Yeah, so it's like when Dipset up there and they doing they slow shit,
cool
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? It's slow. Like, and you see the people they wasn't responding to it like that. Like they were fucking with it, but when it switched over, you saw the transition in energy. You saw how
that's
fast
the
like
thing.
motherfuckers got hyped, and it was like, oh yeah.
There's a difference between shit being and sounding cool in your whip than actually playing it in front of a fucking audience of people, like and people responding to it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So like, yeah, there's a big difference, man.
There's also a big difference between hits and classics.
Facts.
So hits, like, okay,
thank
you
you for
got your
saying
hits
that.
that made their numbers, they
Yes.
got their, they
I
made
mean,
their
respectfully,
money, whatever, but there's classics.
but
you know what I'm
respectfully, dip joints is classic.
got
Yeah, they got
Like,
classics. That's
respectfully,
what I'm saying.
like
Yeah,
those
that's
joints.
why I say that.
Yeah.
Yo,
I
I'm
get
gonna
what
keep it
you're
100.
saying, but-
All those songs they played,
Yeah.
respectfully, are classics.
Nah,
bro.
not all of them. I'm gonna push back
Well,
on that.
Yeah, not all of them.
I'ma push
but
back
they,
on that a little bit.
Dipset has classics.
I'll revert that too. I'll take that back. Most of them was
Yes,
classics.
yes,
Right.
But
yes.
what I'm saying is, respectfully, in any other environment, like let's say we in the club, you play those most of those records, the club goes crazy.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So respectfully, I mean that's why I give. I mean I gotta give Dips, but that particular night, bro, New York
think,
was now. New York started off with them, but then it got crazy.
Yeah, I think that I agree.
I mean they
you saw
booed
the-
Cam, bro, at the end. Man.
Oh, that was hard to watch.
That was hard
they
to watch
booed
for
him.
me,
That was
too.
hard to watch.
But I feel
yo.
like he
That was
deserved
kinda
it.
But he
hard.
took too long to
He
spit
deserved
that
it.
Nah,
shit.
he did
He
because
did,
because he
but-
brought it back too many times.
Yes,
and
he
at
did.
the end of the day,
That's why
motherfuckers
they-
ain't come here
That's
to
why
see
they
you
did.
spit
They didn't.
acapella.
Yeah, nah,
to
but
some
they
shit
didn't
don't
boo
know.
him because they booed him because, like you said, they took too
was
long.
holding up.
Well, no,
But
not only that.
still-
I think it was the end of the night, and if you're a Dipset fan, you was already tight from the beginning.
Oh,
Me
yeah,
as a
you was
Dipset fan,
tight.
let me tell you
You
how
was
I
tight.
seen the battle.
You was tight. You was tight.
You
You
see,
was tight.
the Locks' DJ.
You heard
Hyped it up.
Yes.
The Locks
Yeah.
came out together like a group.
Yep.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
only had
On
three.
point.
It was only three of them.
Right.
Yeah, that's what
They
I mean, yeah.
dipped had most of those people on stage. Was,
Right,
was-
from
was-
the
was-
intro
was-
alone.
Word. Why
When it was
Freaky-
Dipset's time to come out, they were still playing Locks music and Locks
Word.
drops. Then the fucking Dipset comes out. Jim Jones comes out first alone by himself, mad weird. Then these other fuckers come out. Then they're like 50 deep. Then they're trying to set up a beat share.
Where the fuck is
So
Cam?
the whole shit is already looking weird. Like
Yeah,
you're already
it was.
like, yo,
nah, but
come
you
on,
know
y'all
what?
niggas doing
That-
way too
that
much.
beat share, I'm gonna tell you about that.
'Cause
beat
he was
share.
sleeping.
Nah. Yeah, what?
was
He was
sleeping.
sleeping, and he thought I'm gonna just sit back on this
On
chair,
some chill
and
shit,
I'ma
on some cocky
I'ma
shit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna let Jimmy and Jules get this. After that, after
Oh,
like the
fuck
first,
them up.
I think it was
First
like
two rounds.
the first two joint songs.
Yeah, he got up.
He had to get
Yeah,
it. It
bro.
wasn't even you
But I
got-
think
Cam,
all
you gotta
that-
get up, fam.
all
You
that,
gotta get up, fam.
all that intro shit, all that fucking beat share shit,
Yeah.
then the freestyle
Yeah, it was
shit.
retarded.
The fact that they was playing whack ass songs, the fact that Freaky was annoying as fuck, he shouldn't
Nah,
even had a mic.
but his
At the
DJ
end, the crowd was
shit-
just like, "Yo, boo, get the fuck out of here. We tired of y'all already."
Yeah.
It was crazy.
The DJ
That
was
was
fast.
crazy. But
It's one thing that I noticed about
the DJ just wasn't
versus
playing their
battles is that
songs.
it's all energy and it's all vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
So, for example, after the Locks played "Fuck You" with their first track, if they would have come on with like "Come Home with Me," right then and there, like they would have had a little bit of momentum.
Or let me know,
you can't
something
play something whack.
hard.
You know
Yeah.
exactly, or let me know something
Yeah.
hard like to melt.
No,
the
you,
energy.
and you know
You
what?
can't
Like
go
I
out with a
said, the
freestyle.
whole thing was an underestimation from diplomats because from Cam's beat share to Jules saying you blew your load already, and then Kiss basically taking his head off with joints like. From the girl joints to he was
Yeah.
like, I got any answer. He answered perfectly. Like
Yeah.
it was
And the
just so
Locks knew
crazy.
how to work the crowd.
That's what I mean. They got
Where
the crowd.
The Dips
Listen,
was like,
Kiss was
almost
speaking
ignoring the
directly.
crowd.
You
Kiss
know,
was
I-
speaking directly to New York and the crowd. He
Right.
was like, it was crazy, man.
If you
The
pay
energy was
attention,
just
bro,
so
like
crazy.
they were in sync with each other, right?
yeah.
You look at how the
even
Locks,
on a performance,
because-
even how they move around the
Yeah,
stage.
you know why, bro? Like
these
everything.
niggas was
And
rubbing
this
into
ad
each
libs,
other and
This
shit.
is my
Into
opinion
each
on that
other,
shit, right?
yeah.
Kiss,
They fuck
Kiss
with
did
each
not
other,
stop
son.
rapping,
Like they,
though.
but listen, they fuck with each other. Like they, like
Yes,
they
yeah.
actually,
They're
like
actually-
they
Yeah.
homies. Like they rehearse the shit. You could tell that they practice
No,
and
but
shit. Like
did
Dipset,
you
them, yo, they don't even fuck with each
but
other like
Kiss-
that.
Nah.
So you
Kiss
think that they was taking
saying
time out their
everybody's
schedule?
verse word for word
exactly.
with his verses.
Yeah.
Like when P was rhyming, Kiss was right behind him, spitting every
Facts.
word,
Jay-
word
and
for
they
They
would
word.
do
wasn't
it for
doing
each
that
other.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cam wasn't doing that
My
shit.
cousin Jay said that he was like, yeah, I think that Dipset depended too much on how cool they were and how much swag they
Yeah.
got.
And
They
Cam,
depended
yeah.
too much on that.
Mad
And Cam,
jewelry,
yeah.
the drip and all that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
they
saying?
depended too
Kiss
much on
came
that.
out like, yo, we got
instead
shorts,
of-
Tim's on, and a t-shirt, and I'm gonna take their
Instead
head
of
off.
actually, you know, rehearsing and
yeah.
doing their job as performers.
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah.
They
But-
got, they
but
got
you know what?
outperformed like a motherfucker.
I tell you this much.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure that was a lesson learned for them. Even though as veterans, I'm pretty sure they took that and was like, yo, we gotta, you know what I'm saying?
You know what
we
the
gotta
lesson
get
was
on
for
our-
that?
We gotta step
We will
it up.
never fucking do this
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Well,
that too,
I
but-
think
No.
I think
Well, they
everybody
going on
could have
tour,
learned from
you
that.
know?
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
They're
what
gonna
I'm saying.
tour
They're
together,
going on
yeah.
tour, so I'm pretty sure they just gonna get
Yeah.
stronger from that. You know, you would expect that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we about to go on tour.
They're definitely gonna have to sharpen
That was
shit
like
up.
a
Yeah.
big focal point of the verses, that particular subject that we didn't like. They ain't know they words like that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
embarrassing.
They should have just
like, you
opened
know,
up
they
for
got
D Block,
embarrassed.
like for.
They got embarrassed.
Like you said,
For real.
it's when you too cool.
They got embarrassed.
Yeah.
When you too cool,
cool,
sometimes
too
somebody
unprepared.
Somebody said that. I don't know who it was, but I'm quoting somebody. They said when you too cool, you freeze.
Yeah.
What is
So,
it?
yeah.
Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Like
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
P,
What
P,
an
P, P,
alliteration.
P,
they
whatever.
was said, yo, like they was ready for this shit. Like, and what I love
yeah.
about it is that they wasn't really crazy
But
vocal
you know
about
what?
it on social
That
like
was not
Dipset
just-
was.
but
That's my
Nah,
favorite
but
point.
Styles P was
Styles
out
was the
there.
only one. Like, yo, you
was
had
out
Jim, Kim, and Joel. All three of them was like running they fucking.
But listen, like I said, that was not just a lesson for them. That's a lesson for every single artist, not just rappers. I don't care what you do. If you make music, that was a complete masterclass
Yep.
in how you perform,
Work the crowd.
work the crowd,
Yeah.
but most importantly, memorize your lyrics.
Yep.
Fact.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cause
They-
yo, I'm
they-
gonna keep it 100. I try that myself. Like when I get in the booth, I try to memorize. I don't try to go in there with a book or with the paper or nothing like that. I try to memorize my shit before I step in there because I
Sounds
feel like
better.
I perform better.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm in
it's
there
more
loose,
natural.
not
Yeah.
holding nothing in my hand
Exactly.
or staring at the paper so I don't lose my sight.
You're
So
actually
you kinda,
more focused.
yeah, so it's like you loosen up a little more and the verse comes out a little more loose.
Sounds
You
more
know what I'm
fluid.
saying? Like I just always felt that. So you know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, yo, I felt that. Like I felt that part of the verse more than anything because it was just like, yo, that's such a masterclass for artists, man. Like Kiss is
And from you saying that, I'm gonna keep it a
an
stat.
animal.
Jada Kiss solidified why at one point or another he was labeled top 5 dead or
Oh,
alive.
oh
Whether
yeah.
it was self-given or
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Like he
I mean, like I
solidified
said,
his spot. You know, 'cause
that list, that top 5 and 10 list is really subjective and it always changes. But there's no doubt, and you cannot deny that this man just showed
Dismantled.
that he's that dude. He's
You know?
top. He is top
He is.
5. Like you
Yeah,
know, yo, bro. The lyrics is there. The showmanship is there, the performance, the cadence, the breath control, the memorization of all those
The lyrics.
bars,
Bro,
bro.
but even as a character and a person, like Kiss really, like he's a stand-up dude. Like
Yeah,
he's
you
never
know what
been
I'm
known
saying?
for the funny shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
word up.
saying? Like
Always.
not on some flip-floppy shit. You could tell by the people that he
Yeah,
chooses
nah,
to
real
work with.
talk.
Like he don't fuck with everybody. So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But again, it's
Yeah,
like
because
you
he's
said,
not with the
shout out to
bullshit.
Kiss, man.
Nobody want to be with the bullshit.
he
You know
was
what I'm
more
saying? You wanna
prepared.
be-
It's like Christ said. He knew all his shit off top, so he didn't have to focus on that. He could focus on being the character.
Exactly.
He knows
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, he
Every
knows his
time you
bars,
see a
though.
video of him, like even after the verses, they was in like a sprinter or something like that. They was playing another joint that they didn't play that I was like, if they would have played that,
they left a lot of shit off.
and
the
he was
table.
spitting
Yeah,
P's
facts.
verse word for word. He not even a mess up. Like this man knows all his verses, all Sheik's verses, all P's
They got
verses.
classics.
Not just the songs of them together though. He knows all P's solo songs from Styles P's solo albums. He knows all Sheik's
Yeah.
songs
Well, like
solo.
you said, they really fuck with
fuck
each
with
Yeah,
each
that's
other,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. So that's how you know they fuck with each other because he's literally when he's on his own, not with them. He's basically listening to their joints too. You could tell because you're not going to memorize those songs like that if you're not listening to those songs on the regular.
That's a
Word
fact.
up. Because
I
he's
think,
not there while they recording a lot of those songs.
No.
You know what I'm saying? P's doing his
Exactly.
albums on his own, Sheik doing his albums on their own, and then they combine when they, but so you know he's listening to those records over and over. So it's like, yo. That's
like
crazy.
I said, he got that already on lock, so he
Yeah,
can
he's-
focus on being the character.
That was just insane.
Putting
That
on
whole-
the
Yeah,
show
because
and
the
shit.
verses have shown us a different side of Jadakiss.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not
it showed us two sides of him actually because of the
shit
Fab
that we hadn't
joint.
seen before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it showed.
It was fun
Or-
to see him on the
or
Fab
The
Fab
Fab
verses, 'cause
joint
he was on some funny shit.
Because like he said a lot of people aren't used to seeing him like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he's not in the spotlight like that.
Because he like
know,
to
he
chill. He
chose
like
it,
to
yeah.
chill in the cut, which is I like to do the same thing
respect
too.
it.
Yeah, no,
So-
I totally get it.
But a lot of people don't realize, yo, dudes like that be mad funny. You know what I'm saying? They just have a good time. They like to chill. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kiss too, because I chilled with him one time. You know what I'm saying? It was a crazy situation where my man Barry, shout out to my man Barry, I had to pick up Kiss to head to the club or whatever. It was a crazy situation, but homie was 100 the whole way, and then in the spot it was nothing but a good time. He had the mic, he was hosting the party. It was my man Barry's birthday,
Dope.
so you know what I'm saying. It was
Nah, he
crazy.
seems
I'll
like
tell you
a
what-
cool,
So
genuine
homie's
person.
definitely as you could tell, he's basically what the little bit you see on camera of him. That's him. Like he's not. There's no fakeness.
yeah.
He said it on the verses too.
And
I
he
don't
do really be in the
I don't
hood.
do the
He be in
grand.
the hood.
I'm outside. Like you know what I'm saying?
See, but in the
Right,
Fab
right.
battle, we got to see like
The cool, the
Jada,
chill,
like funny
yeah.
Jada. He's
Funny,
dancing and
yeah,
smiling
yeah.
and laughing and cracking jokes.
But he still
But
performed crazy
for
too
the
in that joint.
Dipset battle.
It was
a different
this
Jada.
nigga came out with murder on the mind. Like,
Jada woke up and chose
yo,
violence.
for real. He was,
I'll tell you-
something happened.
I'll tell you where Cam fucked up. Remember when he was like, yo, nah, you don't even live in you live in Miami. If I was Cam, I would have been like, you said it, fam. Gangsters don't die to get chubby and move to Miami. I would have killed him with that.
Yo,
right
he
there,
could have.
you know what I'm saying?
Yo, but you know what?
But
There
he
was
wasn't
no-
thinking.
Cam
he
can't
couldn't.
even remember Jimmy and
bullet-
Joe and Jimmy and
Facts,
Joel
so
shit.
there
How
you
you
go,
gonna
man.
remember
I'ma keep
Kiss
it
shit?
100. That bullet would have ricocheted right off of Kiss, and he would have just came back with
At
something
least
crazy.
shoot back though. Shoot.
No,
At
no,
least.
shoot back, but it would have ricocheted
Yeah,
off
but
the
Kiss
vest,
was
bro.
in a zone.
Yeah,
that,
he-
like,
he was like
And you could see it from the beginning. He was mad quiet. He didn't say
for
shit
all
at
my
first.
people.
Yeah, in the beginning he
for
was.
all my
It was,
people
it was
who ever
Styles that was
seen-
talking crazy in the beginning.
For all my people who ever seen The Last Dragon, Kiss had the glow.
He
Yeah.
definitely had to go.
Word.
Kiss had
word.
to
Yeah,
go.
the glow,
Listen,
yeah.
Kiss
Yo,
had the
yellow.
glow.
Yo, Kiss
He
went
had the
ultra
yellow
instinct,
glow,
yo. Like
Listen, he was showing enough.
Yeah.
He had the glow, bro.
yeah, he
There
was there
was
to fuck
nothing.
some shit up.
Nigga
Listen,
really was on Adderall.
yo,
he
yo,
was
said
catching
it
bullets
too.
with his teeth, fam.
Fam.
Yo,
He was catching bullets with his teeth, fam. Like this was legendary, bro.
Yo, said Kiss was catching bullets. With
Yeah,
his
he
teeth.
had the glow,
Yeah.
fam. Like
He-
anybody who's seen that movie know
he
what I'm
gotta
talking
be
about,
the,
B.
Talk about
the
that shit is
MVP
funny.
of
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
straight
he's
up,
really
man.
body
Yeah,
Word up.
absolutely. Burns said it.
Of all
He so
verses.
far as right now is MVP of verses.
Yeah, facts.
Like if I was
That's
gonna
why
do
I
a
said
versus,
you gotta retire
I would
him.
go see
You
Jada.
gotta retire him and put his.
Motherfuckers don't want to see Jada.
Listen,
Nah,
put
niggas don't want to
his
see
jersey-
Jada in the verses.
Nobody wants to
Nah,
see
it's
Jada.
not gonna happen.
Put his
not gonna
jersey
be
in
good.
the versus rafters.
Nobody wants to see Jada.
That's it. He went into the Garden like Kobe and dropped 61. Like
Yo.
he, and it went
I
crazy.
seen the
The
ill
picture, you
fucking-
seen the picture that he
I
did
seen
with the
the shit with
jacket?
Starks. The shit with Starks
Listen.
when he dunked on fucking
Yeah,
Jordan and
yeah.
Pippen.
That was funny.
Converted into Jimmy, fucking Jewels, and fucking
Yeah, it
Jada
was-
as Starks.
Yo,
Yeah, it
the
was-
internet went
Chill,
crazy.
I was just gonna say the
Start
internet
throwing
have
it
fun
on.
with
Yo,
that
what?
shit.
internet
That was
went-
too
Yo,
easy.
listen.
That was too easy. That was too easy.
Listen, what was it? What's today? Today's Saturday. The verses was Tuesday.
Tuesday, not even a week.
The city is still on fire from that verses,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
They're still cracking jokes.
Not just jokes. The energy
Yeah.
is just so on fire. Like
New York needed that.
Yeah,
yes.
we definitely did.
Oh my God,
I
the
hope
city
that that
needed
shit,
that,
like,
man. I hope
inspires
that was
the
like an
whole next-
adrenaline. It was
Yeah.
an adrenaline boost for me. So I hope that was for every single artist, even the artists that are already on their ground. Shout out to everybody on their ground.
Right.
But that shit right there should have just made everybody go. Like turn the switch up even more,
Yeah.
break that shit into that's it. We can't even turn it down no more. It's
Yeah,
just
I
all
hope
the way
every
up.
studio was like booked for like the next
Take it
week
back to
after
the
that
river.
shit
Yeah,
because
fam. Yeah, fam.
Motherfuckers
Word,
gotta
everybody
get
got
to
on
work.
this shit. Be like, oh my God, I gotta get to work.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any calls yet for my studio, but let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
Call this man. Somebody call this man. He.
Viewside Chamber. Hit
Yo,
me
we're
up.
gonna put the
Yeah.
link in the
You know what it
YouTube
is,
bio
man?
for
Oh,
Viewside.
yeah.
They scared to go there. They scared to go there. That's what it is, man. They don't know what it
Nah,
is.
we just opened back up. I just opened it back up because you know the whole
Yeah,
COVID
yeah,
thing and all
yeah,
that. So I was just keeping it light, but we definitely back open. especially after that.
Holla at this man. Holla at this man.
So what verses do y'all want to see?
Wait. Before we get to that,
All right, go
if
ahead.
Dipset,
That's it, man. New York, man. That's it.
if
nothing.
Dipset goes
God
back to the
podcast.
gym and works out, and they request a rematch, would y'all want to see it?
I would.
No.
Nah, I would.
No.
I would.
Yeah, you
because
know,
they
yeah,
both left a lot off the table.
Yeah.
No.
And I would like to
Yeah.
see. I would like to see Dipset.
I don't wanna see no rematches
Let
and
me
verses.
finish. I'm gonna tell you why though, because I feel like because they slouched this one and they wasn't on their A game,
Or-
if they did come
Because
back
they were
on
so
some.
trash, not A game.
Nah, they wasn't on their A game, bro. The
I
motherfuckers
know,
gotta
that's
go
what I
back.
mean.
They gotta rehearse together.
You're wording it too
listen,
nice.
How about
yo,
a quick 10?
Yo, listen,
instead
we
of
got a
20?
reality TV this shit. You know the 24 how they be doing on HBO before the
Nah,
match and
fam,
shit.
no
These
do
niggas gotta
overs,
live in the
fam.
house. They gotta they all got all the
Fam.
Dipset gotta live in the house together for a month.
Yo,
They gotta
homie.
rehearse
Relax.
together.
Homie,
They got-
You see them breaking into Joel's room.
Homie.
Where the drugs at, Joel?
Homie, this is
Give
New
it up,
York.
man.
This is New York. No do-overs, fam. That's it.
That's
That,
fair.
it's
like
set in
Madison.
stone.
Right.
It's set in stone, fam. That was legendary.
Yo,
There's no need to go back to
There's
that. That shit was
definitely
just so
room for
legendary.
a part two,
That's
and I
what
would
it is.
definitely
I
watch
don't
that
want to
shit.
see it. Nah, I don't want to see it.
I enjoyed watching them
Yeah,
get spanked once, and
I
I would
would
enjoy
watch
watching them get spanked
It would be
again.
crazy because, like I said, D Block got joints that they didn't play. That I was like I said, for instance, Kiss was
Word up.
playing a joint after the verses that I was like, if they would have played that,
That's
my
what I'm
God.
saying. They both left a lot off the table. Yo,
Yeah, so-
Jim, listen, the fact that Joel's didn't do Mic Check, which was such a big record.
Yeah.
I don't think Jimmy did anything off his last 2 or 3 albums.
Yeah, but I don't think that would have
Cam didn't
resonated
do
with the
nothing
fans though.
fire
I
out.
feel like that
Cam
wouldn't have
didn't-
resonated.
I think so.
Nah, I
I
don't-
think if he
if
would have
Cam
pulled one of the
would've
big
did-
Godson records,
Listen, if Cam would have did that losing weight joint off the
I feel like he would
the
have lost the
Garden would have
crowd,
went
yo.
crazy.
Because
I
even
think-
the other joint that the last joint that he was doing,
Listen.
that Purple City Bird Gang shit, the fucking crowd was
Yeah,
sleeping on that
nah,
shit.
nah.
Nah, they wasn't
You know what
into
I'm
that.
saying? Like, they-
Especially, you know why? Because they played that off right after Nuclear Bomb. That's not really a nuclear bomb compared to
Nah,
the
but
song that
Jimmy
was
had
played
a little
before
set.
that.
He had a little set. He did like two.
Yeah.
He did like two.
Nah,
little-
those are my
and
joints.
then
Don't
went
get
into
me
that,
wrong. That
but
Purple
it
City
didn't
joint is my
resonate.
shit,
It
but
did-
that wasn't a good
wasn't it.
answer for that joint, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so
Had they had a better song selection
Yeah,
and been
I think
more
their
on
DJ
fire with the crowd,
I think their
they would
DJ
have got a better
They could have
reaction.
used
I
their
think their
catalog
DJ
way
could have
better,
did a
bro.
better job with the song selection.
Oh,
That's what it
hell
was.
yeah.
Cam should have finished Pull It. He started the shit and then went into
Listen.
357,
And
which
then he
was
That's
pulled
what
it.
I'm saying. If Cans
like-
would have did some earlier joints like from the SD, that losing weight joint is gonna go crazy. When
coulda
that
did
beat
Horse and
drops,
Carrots, like,
yeah, that's what I'm
Horse and
saying.
Carrots,
But
like-
Bro,
man,
makes
the
sense.
Horse and Carrot, he could have played that when they started playing like the girl joints and all
yeah,
that.
that's
but
what I'm saying. Like
if he
He
would have
coulda
played
done,
some joints off the SDE, I'm telling you.
let me know. Let me know what
Let
it
me
rang
know
off.
what it went
What mean the
crazy.
world
I
to
feel
you?
like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The world to you is a big
That's
hit.
That
what
would've
I'm
been a
saying.
big
What
one,
mean the
facts.
world to you? That joint is crazy.
Yo,
That's
if-
what I'm saying.
Everybody
So
would have been singing in the
Yo,
place.
if they would have did Let Me Know after
fucked
Fuck
up,
You,
bro.
I feel like that would have been a perfect response.
Word.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Word.
saying?
exactly.
You know, like it would have been. I would have been a tie.
Come home with me, yo.
But like I
Come
said,
On
I
With
don't
Me's a good
want
one
to.
too,
I
but
don't want.
not for Fuck You.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
Come
see.
On Me's a little slow.
I just think like those that is so legendary. I feel like it just wouldn't have the same energy for some reason. Like it'll be dope. Don't get me wrong. It just wouldn't have the same. That energy was just so unique. Like you seen Timberland even talking about. He was
Yeah,
like, "Yo, he's like, I've been in the Garden with Jay, sold out, and I never felt nothing like that." So
Bro, that
that's
was
it.
hip hop on another
quintessential,
level.
two quintessential
It was just different,
New York
man. I'm
acts.
telling- I
They
was
were
And from
big
two
move.
different
They were
New York
movements.
periods.
I
Yeah.
felt
Right,
the
two different
energy.
movements, two
I
different
felt the
periods.
energy.
Well, they
from
rocked
my
at the same
studio.
time, but they were just in different spaces. Like if
Yeah.
you think about it, like D
Yeah.
Block was the real like street, like gutter,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking like
Yeah, cause
jail
after,
rap shit.
Yeah, because they went to
Dipset
D
was
Block after like the
flossy
whole
and-
Bad Boy thing. They went and the Rough Riders. And then they started D Block, so they really got crazy with it. So it was just the energy was just so special,
They
bro.
did-
Like
yeah,
If you
but
think
they
about
just-
it,
they just-
Dipset was like the lock, like old locks versus like a combination of old locks and new locks because
Exactly.
because
Yes.
what Puff was trying to get with the locks was like that whole flamboyant, flashy
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
but they wasn't
Nice.
doing it like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
But-
like
but you
Dipset
know-
was doing it, but on some Harlem
Yeah,
shit.
but I
Like
was
they
gonna
would
say,
have the
'cause
crazy
Harlem
Harlem
always-
swag. Like so,
yeah,
when
I
you
was gonna
saw
say
them, like, they
Harlem
was always
always
on the
been
flamboyant
swaggy,
drip.
freshy, yeah, flamboyant. Excuse me, you know what I'm saying? They always been like with the freshness. Like a lot of people get from back in the days got their swag from Harlem.
So back to the question.
Yo, but let that be a lesson. Let that be a lesson to everybody. Like,
Yeah,
always
that's
be
what I said.
ready, always be on point, and don't underestimate your
For me
opponent.
too,
Definitely don't
it made-
underestimate the
like
lock.
I said,
bro.
it made me
Never.
reflect on myself as an artist. Like, yo, bro, you not ready yet. You feel like you ready. You not ready yet. That's ready. Like, nigga, get in the mirror and rap your verses to yourself, bro.
Yo, but that's 30 years of training and seasoning. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
they
these
come
dudes are
from that.
veterans in the
They come
game.
from
like,
the
they not-
camp where you gotta walk to go get cheesecake. So I mean, it's funny. It's funny when you think about it, cause you know that
builds
whole
character.
shit. But that's the camp they come from. Like, it was straight competition. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, that's a fact.
Puff was on all his artists like ass pause. Like he was on them. Like y'all got to be the best. You know what I'm saying?
They
Like
said he
from
used
the
to make motherfuckers write like 5 verses to every
from
song.
the rap
Yeah,
to
it was
the
a different
to the
time back
singing.
then, yo. Like,
yeah,
back
it was
then,
different.
Yo, back
they
then,
was
like,
in competition
they used to
with,
work a
you know what I'm
song.
saying?
Like, it used to, like, they wasn't in a rush to put music out. These motherfuckers sit here and they write a song in 10 minutes.
But you
And they put
gotta,
out.
And
you
that's
gotta
it. That shit
understand
is on
too,
streaming
They was
services
in
the
that
next day.
competitive time. Like
Like-
Big just passed. Like they still
Bro,
like.
but what I mean is they were
you know what I'm saying?
perfecting their shit. Like, at the end of the day, like, you know, they had somebody there that was filtering
Yeah,
the
yeah,
music and
yeah.
making
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that everything that they make it out.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
everything that got recorded got put out. Now it's like everything that these
opposite. Everything
motherfuckers
you record
record
gets
put out. That's
Gets
it. That
put
shit
out,
is
yeah.
That's
It's
it. It gets
there's
uploaded
no-
to fucking
there's
CD
Puff-
Baby and it's
There's
everywhere.
no Puff Daddy coming through and telling you no, do that over.
That's
you
a
know what
fact.
I'm
So
saying?
back to the question that
Word up.
one posed. Who would
Paused.
you like?
Hey,
who
yo.
would you like to see in the verses after this? Burnz. Burnz is tight.
He's still upset
know,
about
yo.
that battle.
That's because he wanted to wear his Jordan 2s,
It's, I
the
did,
unicorns,
bro. I
with
did.
the red, white, and blue, with the red, white, and blue
with my-
Italian leather
with my
Jordan
red
2s.
do-rag.
with the American
Word up.
flag.
Yo,
bandana.
Crushed it.
Fam, just a side note on those Jordan 2s. I never in my life ever seen a pair of Jordan 2s in person.
Oh, that's why.
In person, ever.
Why? They're
Only in
they're
picture.
made with the top quality Italian leather.
There's
bro.
only
They look
one
like
pair
they
of Jordan
they
2s
look like
that
they
I
got that
probably
nice
ever-
They do,
Italian
they do.
plush leather
They're
that
fucking
used to be in them
beautiful, bro.
old cars.
Beautiful. When you see them,
Yeah.
first of all, they come with black shoelaces, which is very weird. So you have to trade those out for some white shoelaces.
Word.
Then
White
it's a very
shoelaces
clean
always
white
make it
upper.
nice.
It's got the
Yeah.
red sole,
The
midsole.
no, black.
Yeah, they
midsole
just
with
weird
the
to
red
me.
the red.
outsole.
They just,
Also,
I don't know. Them
I
shit's
do
fire.
feel like the
Listen,
later
ones and
Jordans.
13s.
I do feel like the later Jordans are a little bit of an ode to those, like the 11s.
The
start
the
to
thing
go
about the
to-
twos is that nobody talks about them.
no one ever.
nobody
You skip
ever
them.
mentioned
You
them.
got, it's like one.
But
They're
if
the
you
black,
see them,
they're,
they're
like,
like,
they're the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, but
Fam,
slept
when you
on.
talk
They don't
about
get invited to
Jordans,
Thanksgiving.
yeah, real
Nobody
talk.
talks about
when you talk
tools.
about Jordans, you be like 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
13.
Jordan
11.
got asked one time
That's,
to pick his
that's
favorite
why I
one.
told. That's why I told him. I was like, "Yo, fam, those is like unicorns. You the only
Telling
one
you.
I ever
Wait
in
till
my
I find
life
a pair,
ever
bro.
They would have pair of twos,
speak
right?
about them.
Wait till I
If I
find a
find
pair.
a pair, I'm gonna have to tag you and be like, "Yo, fam,
Immediately.
fam, I
Yeah.
found a pair
Them
too."
I've been
Them shit is
waiting
like-
for
them
them
shit
to
is like-
retro for 10 years.
Yo, but back
More.
back to the verses
I
question.
never see those on feet.
But-
Like, I always see them
but-
on in the stores.
But back
like,
to back to the verses
twos?
question. I
Yeah,
would
never
definitely
on
like to see a pair of twos versus no. I'm just joking.
Oh, yeah. Twos versus fours.
Twos versus fours. Nah,
Yo,
the
fours
fours.
all
Wipe the
day.
floor. Wipe the floor with those twos.
The
But-
twos are the dipset.
Yeah, nah, damn, nah. I think that's a little too much. But
yo,
I would like to
don't
see.
disrespect the twos like that.
Oh, word.
I would like to see the unit versus state property.
But yo, I don't know.
I would like to see
That's
because
not bad.
Nah,
I
that's
would
a
like
landslide.
because I'm gonna tell you why. I would have liked to see state property versus Dipset.
Yes,
That
I would've
would've
liked
been
to seen
better.
that.
That what I would have liked to see, and I would have liked to
yeah.
see D Block versus the unit
Does D
That
Block
would've
have
because their
enough
mixtape
left
shit was
to
G
take on
Unit's
the-
mixtape.
That would have been a
G
way
Unit
better
got so
setup.
much mixtape shit.
No,
They could have
D-Block.
battled
Does
versus
D Block have enough left
Mixtape?
that they could take on G Unit?
I think
well,
so.
I think they should just retire, fam. I think you
I
put
think-
their jerseys in the
That's
rafters
it,
and
yeah.
no more. You don't even put them against nobody.
I think
It's over. It's
G
over.
Unit got hits though.
Yeah,
G-
no,
in the
that's
Hall
what
of
I'm
Fame.
saying.
the unit definitely
the
I
unit
feel
got
like would have
hits.
been the better suit.
So you
for
figure
the
the
locks.
unit versus the Locks would have been dope because they could have did a mixture of their hits with the mixtape joints
Exactly.
because
they
they're
mixtape
so,
legends.
They're so deep with the mixtape shit, and their mixtape shit's a legendary.
Would it
so
have
it would have been
been
crazy.
as uneven?
As lopsided, you think?
No, I don't think it would have been so uneven.
think it would have been a
but
better-
see, here's the thing:
better
we
matchup.
don't
Yeah.
know the relationship right now between the unit. You know what I'm
it's not
saying?
good.
Oh, they're
That's
totally
what I'm saying.
apart.
Yeah, that's what
It
I
probably
think.
would've been
I
wor-
think it would have been worse.
I think so. Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think it would have been worse.
Because
with
we
Dipset.
know
Yeah.
Banks. We know. I don't know if Banks is. You know what I'm saying? We don't know that, and I'm not gonna talk about that
I
too
don't,
much. Their
Nah,
relationship.
he just
but-
put out a project. and
Yeah,
it
nah,
wasn't on
that's
the-
which is
No, it
crazy.
wasn't on G-Unit.
Which is crazy. So yeah, so we don't know that situation, but hypothetically, if they was fucking with each other and they was together and the unit was together, their mixtape shit is crazy. And that first unit album was crazy. And even the second album has some joints too. It's just their momentum was already kind of going down already.
But do you
so.
think? Because what I realized from this verse is what I learned is that niggas really love the Locks.
Fact.
Like
That's
for
why I
real,
was
for
looking.
real.
That's why I was looking at. So kind of glad you didn't post that on your gram because I
Do you
would have had to
think
comment
niggas
like, "Fam,
love
what are you doing?"
G-Unit the
Enough?
way they love the Locks? Like, do you think that
I think
it's lasted over
I'm
time?
gonna keep it 100,
Not
bro.
as an
You gotta
entirety.
understand that G
I
Unit
think
and
they
that
like
whole
unit.
era.
Listen, the unit during their mix that from the first mixtape to the first Who Kid G Unit Radio to the last joint, those were like the hottest things smoking, right? Like
But that was what
when those
15
drop-
years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So but if you think about it, Kiss's mixtape run was
But
around.
Kiss and them never stopped. Is what I mean. Like
Not
they
the G-
consistently.
Well, the
putting out
unit
music, and
didn't.
the-
Well,
and the
I mean,
unit
after
kinda
they broke
disbanded.
up or whatever. But
Nah,
when
but-
they was in their mixtape zone,
Oh yeah, no, that's different. If everybody was in their
shit,
prime, shit would be different.
I mean, but if you think
Nah, 'cause
about
Junior got mixtape
if you
hits.
put their mixtape catalog, I don't think no one has a catalog like them. They went up to like G Unit Radio number 30 or some crazy. It was crazy, bro.
and then
They
you gotta
was
remember
dropping-
the Green
That
Lantern
question,
mixtapes
right,
that were
That's
coming
what I'm
out.
saying.
when they
That's
had
not even
signed to
counting
G-Unit and
the
Aftermath
other
and shit.
mixtapes aside from the Who Kid G Unit Radio joint. That's why I'm like, yo, fam, if you really get crazy
But
with
that-
the mixtape,
they got a
huge
you do a
body of
mixtape
material.
versus, fam, like the unit
I
is
just
a problem.
I don't
That
think the
you're posing.
crowd would. I don't think the crowd would care for G Unit nowadays.
You know what it is, bro? That
Nah, they got
question
hits,
Well, that's
man.
how
right?
people felt.
You
Listen,
talking about-
somebody, a big artist, I think, Tyler the Creator said the same thing. Like, yo, I'm from LA, and we didn't think the D Block had the joints like Dipset. Dipset was a little more bigger.
I'm from fucking East Coast, and I didn't think D Block had the joint.
Mainstream.
I
Yeah.
slept on.
And
the,
look what happened.
I slept on how much the
so
streets support
Fam.
them. I also slept on how
Fam.
much the streets would turn out to MSG.
Fam,
I
that
didn't
was
think.
I
fam,
thought-
that
yo,
was
I
a
didn't think the
flawless
streets
victory
would be-
I
with a
thought you was
fatality.
trolling me, yo. I really
Nah.
didn't think you was serious. I
I've
was like,
always-
yo, he's fucking with
I've
me.
always
He
been
cannot be
more
fucking
of a
like
Dipset
more
fan.
Dipset than
So
than
with
D
that
Block.
mentality, right? That was
9/11 from
that was a flawless victory, fam.
Yeah.
I'm personally,
Absolutely.
I'm calling it. I say that was a flawless victory.
I agree,
set,
100%.
The set didn't win one round, fam.
They did nothing
They didn't
correct.
win one round.
The whole
fam.
night they did nothing correct.
No, it wasn't.
And
they
this
weren't in
is
sync
why-
with each other.
Yeah.
That, like,
This is why that theory has to
Zeke
get
was
thrown out
wilding
the
out.
window.
Jewels was laying on the floor. They should have just gave him a
fam.
pillow and a blanket because it was a rap for him.
Somebody killed me in the comments and say, yo, he waiting for the tooth fairy. I got up and start. I was like,
Yo, Jadakiss said
yo,
no
they
niggas that
wildin'.
go to jail
It was
just to
New
get
York,
their teeth
fam.
fixed. Then pointed at Jewels.
Fam,
It
let
was
me tell you
over.
something. I even commented. I said, yo, this shit feel like the tunnel, man. Like, I'm in the studio by myself. I said, I'm getting tunnel vibes, fam. That's why I was made the joke before we started.
Yo,
like,
yeah.
I'm about to go outside and start some shit.
Yo,
This
somebody-
shit got me feeling some type of way, fam.
Somebody in the comments said the Swiss
yo.
Beats has set Dipset up.
It felt like it, bro.
I was
It's like if
yo,
they didn't know
Zone.
they didn't know the shit was like nobody told them, yo, the battle's this day.
Showtime.
And they just told them that they, yo,
Word
y'all
up.
battling tonight. For real? All right, let's show up and then
Fam, that
everything
versus
was
was out.
disorganized and
the
bad.
comments was
Just when
crazy.
you think it could have gotten, like, because there was so many dope verses, that hands down is the best verses.
That was definitely
Hands
the best
down.
verses.
I don't care what nobody
Yeah,
tell
word
me,
up.
fam. That was the best verse.
Energy was incredible.
The energy was so the crowd, the entire crowd was rehearsing the verses with these dudes, man.
Yeah.
Yo, but let me jump in real quick. That question that you posed, Burnz, about the love for the Locks, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that Dipset and G Unit, they both got like really, really hot in the 2000s, 99, 2000, and the Locks have their fandom since the 90s. So you're talking about kids growing up with the Locks.
You got to think about it too. They held New York.
Have more love for that group.
They held New York down too during that emergence of the down south. Like when the South really started taking over the game, they kind of still held New York down.
Hell yeah.
Especially the set. The set held New York down, so you can never take that away from them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's definitely.
They definitely held the set. It's just that night. It's just that night. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I ask if you guys would be interested in a rematch, because if Dipset went,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
If they
I watch
take what
it.
happened and they learn, like, yo, we
don't get me
fucking
wrong.
do
I
all
watch
this
it.
different.
I will watch. I just feel like it's unnecessary.
Yo,
like,
if
you know what I'm
Juelz
saying?
would have did his Black Republican verse, like that freestyle,
Yeah,
like
no,
that shit would have been
Jules
dope.
got some joints. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
he
He
got
left too
the-
much on the table, bro.
Yeah,
like
he got some joints.
Yo, but again,
he got that shit off the
don't
jump,
sleep
off the
on
crisscross joint. That shit was
Don't
crazy
sleep
too.
on D Block's mixtape game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not at all. I'm just,
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm
Listen,
playing devil's
if he
advocate and trying to
listen,
give Dip the benefit of
Bro,
the doubt.
if he
like-
would have played anything off of Ghost in the Shell, I think the Garden would have went nuts, bro. Like that's one of my favorite projects from. That's why I was talking. I said, yo, there's so many joints they got that they could have played. That's nuclear missiles, bro. Like we not talking about just that joint was fire. Fam, they play that.
Bro.
The crowd's going crazy.
If they would have did Scenario 2000,
Everybody knows they
if
joints,
would've-
fam. Like
yeah,
everybody
there
knows
was a
they
bunch
joints.
of shit they could have
Because
did.
like I said, during that era when they was dropping all those joints, New York didn't really have the mainstream like the way we always were used to. So everybody was on a mixtape game crazy. I mean, you figure we had a DVD store. Shouts to my man. We had the DVD store. We used to sell mixtapes. Mixtapes used to fly off. Like dudes was coming in crate, pull up in their auto. What's the new joints? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so the mixtape era was crazy.
He didn't even do like anything off the
mixtape.
Champions here too much.
This is what I'm saying.
Nah,
all he did was the
Listen,
Champions here.
that's
like
the
you
only
said.
joint he
That was
did.
it.
That's why I was like,
And he
fam.
He did
spared
the
them.
Champions
and
here?
Nah, yeah, he did the Champions
Yeah,
here,
he did that, yeah.
but he spared them the World War III verse.
That's why I said.
what I'm
Yo, like he's that's what I'm saying. Yo, listen, Kiss
That's why I was
is a
like,
problem,
fam.
bro.
If he gets into that Champions here bag, that mixtape, fam, with him and Greenland's over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
said
But you know
so.
where I fucked up too?
If he gets into that bag, it's
Because
over, fam.
the Locks were the Locks were mainstream with their first album,
yes,
with the Bad Boy album.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because
Somewhat,
that's the
but
vibe
it's
Bad
respect,
Boy
yeah.
on.
Because it
Yeah,
wasn't
because that's the
really all-
vibe Bad Boy
Right.
was on.
yeah, but it wasn't
But
really
if you
too
listen,
mainstream,
but
because
when
the
you
recuts was really like
it was really
No,
the
no,
production.
I
It
mean,
was
they
really
were
the
on a major
production.
label. They
Yes.
got a major push.
Yes.
They were released
Yes.
nationally.
Absolutely.
They had
They
their-
got big
they had their-
features.
yes,
They had the
yes,
Mariah
yes,
feature.
yes.
Yeah, they had the
They
but
were working
but,
with Big, they
but
were working
now
with
when
Mace.
you really listen to those joints now, years later, like when Kiss played the Mariah joint, his verse on that still rings crazy. To
But
this
even
day.
before they got to the verse, just when the song started, the crowd went
That's
crazy.
what I'm
like, "Ah."
saying, because it's
their music aged really
Yes,
well.
very
Like,
well.
You know what
Word
I'm
up.
saying?
But that's what made me underestimate them.
Yeah.
That they started out mainstream, and then as they progressed, they went more into like.
But you
street.
saw the whole,
Yeah.
you
Right.
Because
saw
that's
the
what they
whole,
were. You know what I'm
So
saying?
it's just
yeah.
like.
but
they
you
went
saw that
backwards.
whole
I
movement.
almost forgot everything.
The whole
they
Free
achieved
the
over
Locks
here.
thing.
So when they
Yeah.
started playing, they were like, "You don't
But
got
you
no
remember
girl
the whole
joint?"
Free the Locks
Ah,
thing when
man,
they was
fuck.
on
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
because they really wanted to.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then as soon as that they did, the niggas done started something with DMX. Everybody saw it. Yeah, this is the Locks that they wanted. Yeah, this is who.
The real, the
like,
real Locks.
You know
The
what I'm
war
saying?
Locks.
Yeah, word up.
right.
Yeah, these
Nah,
are the
but
dudes.
I think they showed us a lot of signs of that on the first album.
Yeah,
with
they
Bad
did.
Boy, 'cause
They
if
did,
you
but
listen-
it-
what's
but-
that joint? The Kiss had the.
Yeah.
If you think of me, you think of a problem. Who, what, when, how you gonna solve it? Automatic or revolver? Chaos. Like they was spitting back then. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Definitely. No, yeah.
the love, for the
Kiss,
love.
For the love, there you
yeah,
go.
Kiss was always from the first verse. I never heard Kiss spit a whack verse, or even a alright verse. Every verse is just he just killed that shit. He's one of those artists. He's one of those. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's different. He's an alien. He showed everybody that day.
Yo, he really is a fucking alien.
I'm telling you, he showed everybody that day.
Bad boy.
They should have did that, right?
This is what I'm saying.
Do that, bro.
This is what I'm saying.
They left so
There's
much,
so
man. Like,
many
what about,
joints they could have did, man.
What about the rumor? I just heard this today that they were gonna bring out Puff Daddy for the Benjamins.
Yeah,
and then
no,
and then bring out
she did
Mace
say that. Yeah, she said
for
that.
some shit. And he
Yeah,
was like,
I heard it out of
because he
Sheik's
don't
mouth.
fuck with them, I was gonna bring
Listen,
Mace. Just
listen, I heard it straight out of
Listen,
Sheik's mouth. Sheik
that would
said
have
it.
been the nail in the fucking coffin.
Oh, that would have been.
That would have been it. The fucking
it would've been
crowd
crazy.
would
See
not
that
have
little
been
petty
crazy.
shit like that? That's what I fuck.
would've
Yo,
been
I
crazy.
would have
But
been
it's like,
extra
yo,
would've
listen,
crazy.
even the way that
would've
Styles
been
P
crazy.
set up Locked Up, how he was like, yo, I was
Listen,
chilling with my nigga 3 weeks
they would've
before he
did-
went in.
If they would have did
free
24
Max
hours
B,
to live, if they would have did 24 hours to live and brought
they did
Mace out,
yeah,
listen,
been-
fam, and Puff out, listen,
for
fam.
Benjamins, or
If
even
Puff
Lil
would've
Kim.
came out-
Even if they would have brought
Fam.
Lil Kim to do her version,
Fam.
That's what I'm saying.
that would have been
Fam.
enough to shut
Listen,
the whole
and
fucking
don't get
garden
me, don't
upside
get
down.
it twisted. We've seen verses already where we seen that. Like, shout out to the Wu. They doing like when Meth and Red was doing they set. They brought out EPMD, which was crazy.
That was dope.
like that was fire. They brought out K Solo, shit like that. Meth brought out some of the homies. Cap came on stage. Like that's fire. I like that. But like Kiss said, Kiss was like, yo, nah, we just came in on kill mode. It was just
They really
us.
did.
Because they felt like they heard the chatter. They heard everybody saying, yo,
I think they heard-
the
yeah, I think
Dipset
so.
got
I
all the
think so.
hits and
I think
yo, like, you know, Locks ain't really got hits
we got
like,
something
like
for 'em.
Dipset.
Niggas
We
came
got
on
some
beast
Kiss was
mode,
probably,
yo.
listen, you heard him say, I'm the transmission. I'm running, we gonna run it through me. Like, cause he was in a rare form.
Well, he hadn't been pissed off.
Yeah.
He was in a rare form.
Yeah.
Fam. Did you
It-
see
it
his
has to
face?
get frustrating
His
to be
facial
under
expression,
fucking-
fam. His
Undervalued.
facial expression. It gave me energy. I'm telling you, look, it got me gripping my fist now because I'm telling you, when I see his face, I felt that shit through the camera. I was like, yeah, he's on a different type of time,
Bro,
fam.
when he snatched you, I was bandana.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Hell
And
yeah.
chucked it on the floor.
Fam.
And stepped on
Listen,
it. Like,
fam.
yo, I was
That
Listen,
was one of
fam.
my favorite
that,
things.
Listen,
of the
I'm
night.
glad they got mad love for each other. 'Cause, fam, where I'm from, fam,
that was the best moment.
you
yeah.
do that, it's on site. And if you don't get on site, it's on site on you. Oh, you let him take your joint
Well,
off
like
and
y'all
stomp
said,
your
they
joint?
was getting chippy. Did y'all see when
Yeah.
Cam kicked Styles?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you know
like,
why, right? Because
yeah.
Cam, I mean, because P was trying to pull
the
him off the chair,
yeah.
and Cam's
And
was
Cam
like,
kicked- but then Styles got like a little.
but
Aggressive.
it was chippy, you know. But
Yeah.
they said they was gonna get chippy like that. But that's what made it so dope too,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it
yeah.
was
It made it
just
good
so
because,
New
like,
York.
yeah, exactly.
It was New York.
It was like, word.
I'm
And
telling
it was
you,
hip hop.
Yeah.
Hip hop
Exactly.
is
That's how
very
it
much
is.
lacking that
Yes,
aggressive
yes,
gene lately.
Nah, the best, one of
Aggressive
the best.
competitiveness because
I would
it's
say-
still like at the end of the day they were both able to like you saw, bro. They was talking all that
Listen,
shit and they fucking
besides
hugged
At
it
the
out.
end, yeah,
they
yeah,
hugged
yeah.
it out.
Everybody
Besides
was
the
like,
show,
that's what I was
y'all
gonna say.
fucking love, bro. This shit
Besides
is
the
a show.
besides Kiss, just basically flawless victory in them Styles and Sheik. At the end, that was the moment. That's right there. That's
Well,
what I
they
say.
going on tour,
It was
though,
such a masterclass in hip hop. Period.
Yeah, but
They gotta
like-
sell tickets. They gotta sell tickets.
This is what I tell people.
But aside from that,
like,
like they showing people that it's like even with all the shit talk, even with all the bands
that's
and the
the
fucking
culture.
chippiness,
That's the
but
culture.
that's
It's like-
the
Yes.
culture of hip hop. That's why I
Exactly.
say this is such a
That's what it was
master
built
class
on.
of hip hop.
Yes.
Because if you take it back to the legendary park parties and the performances,
Right.
it was dudes from the Bronx, dudes from Brooklyn, dudes from Queens all get
Everywhere,
together in the
yeah.
park. Crazy.
Who got the livest show?
Performance. Battle each other crazy, and then at the end of the night, everybody piece it up and have
go home
fun.
and
And,
have fun, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, every now and then be little moments and shit, but for the most part, peace. Everybody go home.
Exactly.
That's
Come
what made
out,
it dope.
compete, and go home
man.
safe.
That's what was dope about it, man. Word
Yeah.
up. So it was just a master class all around for hip hop. Like any example you could think of, you could get from that man. Word up.
Absolutely.
Real
They
talk.
definitely did it. They
Dopest
definitely did it.
verses.
Oh yeah, that was definitely
Yeah.
the dopest verses.
And that's just us on our New York bias.
Touche.
No, because I think people around the if you're a hip hop
If
fan,
you a hip hop
no,
fan,
no,
you're
no,
a fan of
because
hip
like
hop.
I said,
think
you
so.
saw Tyler like
Yeah,
recently.
if
He
you're
was
a
on
fan
how,
of
and he
competitiveness.
said it. He's from LA. Like he was like, "Yo, fam, that
They
was
did it. They
like."
did it,
I
yeah.
mean, it's crazy. Anybody involved in hip hop, whether you trap, because at the end of the day, hip hop is the mothership. Like I always say. And then you got your branches, but it's all under hip hop. You got
Yeah,
your trap,
yeah.
you got your real lo-fi, you got your you know what I'm saying, drill.
Yeah.
You got
Your boom bappers, all that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
All
So
of
it's
it.
all under the hip hop banner, you know what I'm saying? So like anybody involved in music should have been inspired by that Verzuz. Like super inspired. Not just a little bit.
How many
Like,
beats you made that night?
I made 2.
There you go, bong.
Hold up.
There you go.
I made 2 joints right after the Verzuz.
One of them was called Flawless Victory, and the other one was.
Nah, I don't remember. I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't
Bandana
remember
slap.
the name, but I definitely made 2 beats. Like I was electric. I mean, I was, dog. I literally sat there, just like almost in disbelief for like a good 20 minutes, just zoned out. No music on, computer was silent. I just rolled the blunt and was just reflecting on that shit. Like, yo, bro, that shit I was talking to myself like, my nigga, that shit was epic.
You just
man.
witnessed a murder.
Yo, fam.
I don't think I've been that hyped since like the
Yo,
first
it's been a
Verzuz
minute,
Right.
man.
in 2017.
Primo and,
Nah.
Listen.
The first one with Just Blaze and Swiss Beats. Before it was Verzuz.
right.
That even had me
That
hyped like
first
that.
one?
That shit had me
Was,
hyped.
very
Kanye and
Yeah,
Swizz
Kanye
at
and
Summer
Swizz
Jam.
at Summer
Well,
Jam,
touche.
yeah.
But
That-
I'm
not
talking about
even,
live
fam.
because that shit was the
That's
first.
when he played
the
he killed
live
this
one.
shit already?
That was
Bath
when he
Sauce.
did the when he played
Yeah,
V.S.O.P in
yeah, yeah.
2017.
Yeah. But
Still
as far
like
as
a
verses that I would
That
like
one had
to
me
see,
hyped though. I'm not going front. I was stuck to my phone for like 2.5 hours
my
watching
guys.
that
Cheers,
shit.
yo.
Cheers.
Cheers to y'all. This some
Salud,
good shit,
mi
man.
hermano.
This is depth. They got a customer in me right now.
Yo,
with this
listen,
shit.
tap
Yeah,
in with
big
us,
time.
bro. Like we got you.
I'm from the Bronx, but Brooklyn Brew.
That's the
Nah,
way.
yeah, they got that. I'm
Nah,
definitely,
you got it,
definitely
you got
copping
it.
this shit.
You got
This episode of the Godcast is sponsored by
brought-
Brooklyn
was
Blue.
brought to you by the good people at Brooklyn Brew.
EKLYN_blue.
Make sure you go
NYC.
get that.
NYC,
Yeah,
yes.
make sure you go get that.
Yeah, tap in with us. It's good
before
stuff.
we get into the album, to answer
all
your
the
question,
syndicate, it's
what
all the
battle
syndicate.
would I like to see? I want to see Puffy in a battle. I don't
Puffy
know
and JD.
who he could battle.
Puffy and JD.
Or Puffy and Dre.
I mean,
I think that would be better.
I think
No,
Puff,
you know what? Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Puffy and Dre.
that would be
Yeah.
crazy. Nah,
Puffy and
Puffy,
Dre, bro.
Puffy and
Yeah,
Suge, fam.
I tell you, like,
Puffy and Suge,
Puffy
fam.
and Dre,
Yo,
I tell you,
somebody, nah, fam.
Yo, somebody gets shook on FaceTime.
I'm just keeping it 100, fam. I'm
Nah,
talking,
but
I'm
I'll tell
talking
you-
for the
Nah,
streets
Drake-
right now.
Drake
I'll
could do
tell
it.
you why Puffy and Dre. I'll
Drake
tell you
could
why
do it.
Puffy and Dre.
And
Because
NWA.
Dre
Early Bad
initially,
Boy.
yes, might have came in as a bang 'em out on the rolling 808 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bang 'em out producers. From what we hear and from what we know, you know what I'm saying? He's got a team of producers now that just make beats to him and he selects the best one. He's like, yeah, produced by Dre. You know what I'm saying?
But Puff had
Where
that too,
Puff
though.
was the same way. Puff was a producer
Puff
in
was
the
like
sense
that
of
from the
getting
rip. He
everybody
was an
together.
executive.
Like, yo,
and he
I
knows
need-
because he was.
I
was
need
an executive
He's like, I need
producer.
these kind of drums. I need this from this sample.
Yes.
I need this kind of cinematic shit. I need you to
What he
howl
had?
in the back.
Yeah,
I need
what-
you to
what
play
was
the cello
what was
over
the
there.
team?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
Easy
the kind of
Mo B.
producing he
He had
does.
Easy Mo B.
Yeah, Easy Mo
in the
B, Buck
beginning.
Wild. He had,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Pete Rock.
D
Yeah.
Dot.
Hitman.
D
Nasheem
Dot.
Merrick.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Hitman. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
all the
So,
Hitmen.
Yeah.
Shouts to the Hitman, by the way.
yeah, word. Shout out to them because they
Classic,
animals.
classic
wins?
producer team.
Yes,
Who wins?
geniuses when it comes to what?
Who wins
Who
what?
wins?
What?
wins
JD
what?
versus
Puffy versus Drake.
Puffy versus Drake. Sheesh. I don't know, man. Like,
The energy, man. You gotta play off
My
the
New York
energy.
bias says
Listen,
Puff.
if he only plays big, he wins.
I just,
If he only plays big, I'm biased.
nah.
That's what I just said. My New York
Bias.
bias.
No,
says
yeah,
Puff.
I'm definitely going for Puff.
Biased
Like,
fan, and I love
Nigga,
Out-
Puff
Dre.
could play only interludes and I'm
Yeah,
still
yeah,
going
Listen,
for
yeah,
Puff.
yeah, yeah.
Listen, I love Dre. I love Snoop. I love that whole Death Row era. But I'm gonna keep it 100. My bias towards Big is just It's too crazy, fam. Like
You know what?
Let's not
like,
forget
nah,
Puff comes from the era of entertainers. Like
Exactly.
his
and
his
Puff's album,
Exactly.
Puff's album is a classic too. His first joint,
Yeah,
that No
and
Way Home.
his
That's-
influence
No Way Out,
is
No Way
Dougie
Out.
Dougie
Excuse me,
Fresh,
sorry.
bro.
No Way Out, you good?
You know
Yeah,
what
No
I'm
Way
saying?
Out. Yeah, that's crazy. Come
Yeah.
on, rest in peace, Black Rob. He got that joint on there. Like
He say that shit all the
that's-
time. That his
fam.
inspiration was Dougie Fresh, and Dougie Fresh is the greatest
Nah,
entertainer
but yeah,
of that
Puff is
era.
a showman.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So I think in that aspect, like Puff will give us a fucking phenomenal
Hell
show.
yeah.
Where to me, Dre
Listen,
is very like.
listen.
All right, you know
But
how
this is
how
the
the
thing.
Locks and Dipset
You know
sold
why
out
I'm
the
saying
back part of
Puff could only
of
do hip hop
MSG?
because
Yeah,
He would
Dre
sell out
got-
MSG
yeah, Dre,
like
real
that.
for real. Yeah,
Dre
Dre and
don't,
fucking
but
Dre
that's
Puff
his
would
fault.
definitely sell out.
Nah,
the
but
back.
that's why I
or-
say it wouldn't.
How
That's
about
why I
this?
say JD is a better matchup because JD has the
But
R&B.
Dre has some R&B.
Not
got
as
R&B.
much
Yeah,
as
but still,
JD.
nah, I
Dre
still
got
think
R&B.
Nowhere near as much as JD.
I would
So
al-
JD could go against Puff with his hip hop and R&B.
I think
That's
they're
why I
more
say
alike.
it's a little bit of
ain't
a.
crazy
They
like
they
that.
are, but I'll tell
No,
you why.
Puff got R&B.
But I'll tell
Yeah,
you why.
but not like. I mean, I don't think that it. I think if it boils down to
Puff
Dre,
got
and
R&B,
he
fam.
does. That's
Fam.
not what I'm
He
saying.
owns
He
R&B.
got R&B.
If you put him in the-
112.
So does Dre though, bro. Let's not.
But we not
Dre
compared
and
to
Black
Puff.
Street.
Yes, but
Like,
compared.
But he only
No
produced
diggity,
like one song.
Nah, it's not just that one song. Like Dre got R&B joints.
Yeah,
he
he
do,
got
he
a few
I'll
joints,
tell you,
man.
but I'll tell
But
you
not
why.
like
Puff
Not
got
like
whole
Puff.
albums.
Not like Puff.
Puff got, fam, he got 112. Carl Thomas, fam.
Yeah.
Fate.
Like,
Fate.
fam,
Total.
Fate.
But what I'm saying
Total.
is, I think that Puff could go toe to toe with Dre without
He even
having
had
to go to
Mary
R&B
at
route.
one
He
point.
could, yeah,
without
yeah.
having to
Yeah.
go to. That's what I'm saying. Without
Yeah.
having to go
Right.
R&B, like Dre,
No,
like
but
Puff could still go.
No, but this is what I'm saying. If he battles Dre, it will have to be more hip hop, because Dre don't have as much
That's
R&B.
exactly what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
why I say JD is a better matchup because JD has the R&B and hip hop catalog.
I want to
behind
see the
So
hip
So
hop
Def.
catalogs. I ain't even
Yeah,
gonna
me
front.
too.
Like that's
I
the shit
mean,
that's
the
don't
only
get me.
reason-
I like the R&B.
because
I
I feel
like
like
the
that's gonna
R&B
give
verses
the
though.
good verses aspect. You know what
But,
I'm saying?
tell
but
you-
I like the R&B
Hip-hop
verses because
energy
you know
speak
why
up.
R&B right now is so needed in the game right now.
Yeah, R&B is
so
different
when
now.
you
But
see
not for
those
nothing,
R&B type verses,
Hip hop is
that's
so
fire,
it
fam.
is not for nothing, but hip hop
fire.
right now has been the most R&B influence in its ever since its inception.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, but
You
I'm
understand what I'm
talking
saying?
about classic Joe
Right
to
now?
see.
No, that. Oh, forget it.
You know what I'm saying? Jagged Edge. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That type of
Yeah,
that
but
type of
I feel
R&B,
like
fam.
the
where you could
R&B
just-
verses have been kind of lackluster. Like I feel like Jagged Edge and 112 joint was,
But that you,
know
but
what
you
I'm
know
saying?
why?
But
But
they
you know
sound
why?
quality
Nah,
and shit
but
like
you
that,
know,
and
you
it was
know,
on some Pretty Boy shit.
but you
I
know
felt
why
like
that
the
was like
Alicia
that?
Keys, John Legend one was boring.
That
But you
one
know
was
why?
super
What,
boring.
So
you
it's
know
like,
why
you know
the
what I'm
Jagged
saying?
Edge joint was like that? Swiss even called it out. He was like, "Yo, dudes ain't using the proper equipment." He's like, if you notice the difference between the ones who's using the proper equipment and the ones who aren't,
I think the sound got a lot to do
sound
with
is
it.
Sound definitely
completely
does,
different.
but sometimes
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
the internet quality.
Yeah, word
up.
Like you can't.
Yeah, because you notice as
dictate that
the
shit.
verses got better, the sound quality got better.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
it allow
Yeah,
you
yeah,
to
yeah.
enjoy the show more better because you ain't hearing it on
Well,
some of the songs.
remember that
and-
before they were
Yeah.
going live with each other, and
Yes,
then they
yes.
stopped that shit and started
Yeah,
putting
now
them in
they,
the
like,
same room with
showing it
each
in the
other,
same- which
and
is
then
better.
it went from
Yeah.
that to like them performing and it becoming a whole show.
Which
so
is
so you got
better.
to see it evolve, and that's the
which
dope
is
part
better
about
what
it.
I've
because
been
if you
saying
think about it,
forever.
I think one of the first ones that was like that was the Beanie Man joint.
Yeah, because they were both in Jamaica.
They were both in.
And
that
was
shit
how they
was
were, and
electric.
it was before COVID.
That
and
was
then after
electric.
that,
Man, fam, that was so electric. The police came in and tried
got
to shut
kicked
them
out.
down.
That was
funny,
fam.
yo.
Fam, if that's not a Jamaican party, fam, I mean, I've been to so many house parties, fam. That was so epic. That's why I was like, yo,
yeah.
that's one of the best joints too because of that whole energy. That's why I say what happened in the Garden is so special that
Yeah.
night. It wouldn't be recreated. Like I said, Dips and Locks Part 2 would be crazy. I'm not even gonna say it wouldn't, but the energy wouldn't be the same, fam. And I'm gonna keep it 100. The crowd energy, I think it would be more toxic because now there's gonna be people in the crowd who didn't attend the first drink. That those are the type of people that you give movie money to when you go out. You know what I'm saying? Like, fam, we brawling if they come with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think that's gonna be the type of crowd that's gonna be in the Garden the second time. So I don't think the energy would be You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's why I say
you can't catch lightning in
yeah,
the
you
jaw
can't
twice.
catch
Like,
lightning in the jaw
Can't
twice,
recreate
fam.
magic.
That's why I was like, yo, fam, it'd be fire. Don't get me wrong, and I think Dipset will probably be able to redeem themselves a little bit more. But
They'd have to.
as showmen,
Yeah.
they might be able to, but
yo,
I
they
still
gotta
don't
be
think.
fucking embarrassed, bro.
But
Yeah.
they should be. Like,
yeah,
fuck,
no,
like,
they would be, but I'm gonna keep it 100.
No, I mean
with you,
right
like,
now
yeah.
they have to be embarrassed.
Oh no,
Like
that's
today.
That's why I say that's a lesson, not just for them. And basically, listen, we about to go on tour now with these dudes. We gotta be like, let's step it up.
Yeah.
Let's rehearse our joints
Yeah.
a little bit, or not even necessarily. You ain't gotta be in the same room. Now, when you in the auto, fam, play your joints, fam. I know some
Yeah.
people be too cool to listen to their own songs sometimes.
No,
Like,
they got to do a bunch of shit, bro.
Fair.
They have to
While you
rehearse.
sitting in the
They
auto
gotta
and you
practice
chilling,
their vocals.
you have
Yeah.
to
They gotta
know your
learn each
own
other's
lyrics.
vocals.
Like,
You
and
gotta
each
know your
other's
material.
They
lyrics.
gotta learn
play
each
your
other's
songs in the
ad-libs.
shower.
They
while
gotta
you
learn how to
minimum.
move around the
play your
stage
songs
without
in the
bumping
shower.
into each other.
While you taking a
Exactly.
shower, play your songs and rap them shits to yourself.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what
it's for
I'm saying?
real.
Know
You
your
gotta cross the
material.
rust,
They have to go to
basically.
back
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
stage 1 of rapper class.
Yeah.
Know your material.
Nah, cause like Kiss said, fam, we in New York, we in the Mecca.
He said,
Why are
"We're
they
doing that Milli
rapping over
Vanilli
they?
shit."
He said, "Why are they rapping over their words, fam? Y'all could have stood in the car
Lip
and
singing.
listened to Apple Music, fam.
Facts.
Yo,
That I felt,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
fam. I felt that in my soul, fam. Not just in my heart. I felt that shit in my soul, fam. And I know Cam and them had to feel that shit too.
Hell
fam.
yeah, that's what I mean. They
Yo,
have
I
to,
know you
they
had
have
to
be
feel that
embarrassed.
shit.
y'all
fam,
remember when
'cause-
in the Chappelle show when he used to have like the guest rappers on the back?
Yeah.
Y'all remember when he had DMX and he did
Yeah.
like What's My Name?
Yeah.
Like you remember
Yeah.
how like when he started
that
the fucking-
performance was crazy. That
the
was an
fucking-
epic performance on that
he
Chappelle
snapped
show.
on the fucking DJ because
Yeah.
the DJ let the
vocal-
joint with the
Yeah.
vocals rock, and he was like, "Yo, what the fuck you doing?" Like,
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah,
like
yeah.
because yo, like
We don't do
we
that.
don't do that
Yeah, we don't do
exactly.
that.
Yo,
So it's
fam,
like, yo,
you
like,
ain't see the footage of Hove? Hove was on stage. It looked like he was at the Garden, but it wasn't the Garden. Like an ill fest, like the crowd was sold out. And he came on stage and started rapping his joint, and the DJ had the joint with the vocals playing. He said, "Oh!" He stopped in the middle of his shit. He said, "Stop!" And he was like, "Yo, you ain't got the joint without the vocals." And the DJ
Play
was
the
like,
intro.
"Yeah." He was like, "Nah, I can't rock with that with the vocals. I can't rock with that with the vocals." I appreciate it though. He told the DJ because he told him, he was like, "Yo, I understand this ain't your job. Like you ain't my regular DJ. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it, but we don't rock with the
rock like
vocals."
that.
Told him
Like, yeah.
straight up, fam.
Hey,
Like we don't do that.
But that's what we gotta see. That's what we gotta see in the verses is Jay-Z and Nas, man.
absolutely.
Oh,
I don't
man.
think that'll happen.
I don't
That's
think
not
that'll
gonna
happen. No,
That's not
But-
I don't think
but-
that's gonna
The
happen.
same way
that shit would be.
I've been
classic,
itching to
man.
see like a Drake and Kanye versus.
I would like to see.
That's not gonna
I would
happen
like to
either.
see 50 versus M. That would be crazy.
I don't think that'll happen.
I
yet.
want to see
That's not
50
bad.
versus Ja if we going down that.
I mean,
aisle.
yeah, but
That'd
you know,
be
we
fucking
know that's not
hilarious.
happening.
Yeah,
That's
that's
definitely
not
not
gonna
That got to be
That's
on
not
Zoom.
happening either,
That
yeah.
gotta be. That gotta be via Zoom.
Yeah, they're not gonna
That's
be in the
not gonna
same
be in
room
the
for
same
that
room.
one.
That's got to be in two different places.
Yeah,
Them
that's
guys
not
gonna have
cool.
to
I
have
would
an
rather
rig
see.
set up.
I would rather see Fat Joe versus 50 because they cool now.
squashed it,
They
yeah.
squashed
That
they
would be
beef,
dope.
and they didn't just squash they beef. They actually fuck with each other now. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that would be cool because they could play their joints, get competitive,
Or even Hov
kind of
and
like
50.
Dip. What Hov and
Over
50?
50. I feel like
I
that'd
would
be
like
a
to
dope
see that.
versus.
Yeah.
I would like to see that because
Nah,
Hov.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry,
but
I feel like that'll happen.
But
I
Hov
feel like
is gonna
that'll
kill.
happen before a Nas one will happen.
Yeah.
I
Hov
feel
and
like
50,
and if
Hov
Hov and 50 happen, I feel like that shit'll be fucking
If that's the
hilarious.
case, we could see 50 versus Nas too, because they was actually cool with each other too. They got some joints together too, some classic
Word.
joints.
that could,
Exactly.
Speaking of Nas, y'all heard the new Nas album?
No.
I only
I've
heard
not
a
heard
couple.
it yet.
I heard a couple joints.
I
off
haven't
of
heard
it.
one song yet. I heard like a little
You heard the new
snippet
Nas
of a
shit?
piece, but I gotta sit down and listen to that.
You fuck with it?
Yeah, they should have just stopped at King Disease 1, I think.
Yeah.
Word. Nah,
That's
chill.
my
Don't
opinion.
let's
Oh,
not say.
damn.
Let's not spoil it for me. 'Cause-
Did y'all
'cause
hear-
Nas,
did
I
y'all-
hold
I only
Nas
heard
to a
like
different
2 or
level.
3 joints on
Okay,
it.
okay.
I
I
think
hold
it was like the
Nas-
first 3 joints.
I hold Nas up very high. So,
Yeah.
So do I.
I gotta.
So do I.
Yeah,
This
nah,
is
I
why
hear
I
you.
say that.
That's why I'm gonna sit down.
You know?
I gotta sit down. You know what I'm saying? Roll a blunt, listen to it, This way I could, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all heard the track with
Let
Lauren?
it. Nah, that's
Oh, he
that's
got a
the
track
only.
with Lauren?
Yeah, that's the joint that I heard the snippet
man,
of. I heard the snippet of
I
her
went
verse.
like I listened to. Like,
I'm
I was
about to-
telling,
yeah, I gotta
like,
go
I was.
home and
I was
listen to
telling
that
him.
now.
I was telling him on the way.
We good.
I was telling him we good. I was. Oh. I was telling him when,
Nah, it's
when
still,
we
it's
were
still
waiting
going.
for you.
It's still going.
I was telling
Yeah.
the brother Burnz on the way before y'all got here and shit, and like I was expecting Lauren to sing.
Oh, she didn't
You know what I'm
sing. She
saying?
was spitting.
Yeah, she
Great.
Oh shit.
She rapped on it.
Fam.
Yeah, she rapped,
Oh,
fam.
man, I
that's
gotta hear
that's
that.
what I heard.
Did you hear it?
I
Did you
heard
hear
a
it?
snippet. I heard a very short
Yeah, I can hear
snippet
it.
on the
Yeah.
No,
gram.
I'm saying, did you hear the Lauren verse?
Oh, yeah, I heard it.
You didn't like it?
Again,
He obviously
Wow,
didn't. He obviously
really?
didn't.
Is it me
not
or
that
am I
didn't
wilding?
like it, but,
He obviously
listen,
didn't.
I'm holding them to a different level. I'm
Yeah,
holding them
nah,
to
I
a
hear
different
you.
level. Like
hear you.
Nas and Lauren together, I'm holding them to a different.
If I ruled the world, fam, that
upper
shit is like.
echelon. So it can't just be regular.
If
I
I
thought
ruled
it
the
was
world,
dope. I thought it was dope.
All right, Lauren
I
rapping,
can't say
you know?
because I only heard
It
like
was
literally 15 seconds, if that, of Lauren's verse, and I was just surprised because I was like, "Oh shit, Lauren Hill's rapping again!" Like, wow,
But-
that's what's up.
I
You know
haven't
what my
heard
problem
Lauren's
Shout out
verse,
to her.
and I like it.
I like that. the
He's,
effect and everything.
he's very
You know-
biased.
you know what
He's
my
very
problem is
Nas
with
What,
biased.
Lauren,
He's
Lauren could have
enthused.
just hummed on this shit, and I would have been like, Lauren. Oh,
She
I'm
did.
in
She
there.
actually did hum on this shit.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Nah,
She did-
that's
she actually
that's
did the
why.
singing, too.
That's
I
why I
gotta
gotta
hear
sit
it.
down,
I gotta hear
listen
it.
to it, smoke a blunt, digest. Because when it comes to artists like that, like all the artists, any artist I listen to, when they drop a project, I literally sit in the studio, roll a blunt, put the volume up, and press play, and I'll play that joint from beginning to end.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, and just let
Right.
it soak in. You
See
know what I'm
what you
saying?
think.
So. Yeah,
I
so that's what
wanna-
I'm
I
gonna do.
wanna see
That's
what
what
you
I'm gonna
think.
do with that album, and you know what I'm saying. But I haven't got a chance to listen to it because it's been a little crazy these last couple of weeks. So.
I haven't. I'll be
Well,
honest.
it just came out too.
And
Yeah,
no, but that's
that's
right.
the other thing. All right, that's the
Obviously,
other
they
thing.
just
Yeah.
dropped it on
just
us
came
like
out. I listened
there
to
was
it
no promo
Yeah.
leading up to
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
so
the shit came out.
And that's the
Yeah.
other thing. That's the other thing that y'all
That's
gotta
the new
realize
thing
is
now.
that Nas is just rapping because he likes to rap. He doesn't have
He's
to
a
rap
rapper.
anymore.
Oh, yeah, no,
He's
no,
got
yeah.
$300 million. He doesn't have to
yeah,
rap
yeah,
anymore.
yeah. He definitely don't
does
rap.
it because he's really good at it, and he wants to give people,
Nah,
you
but
know,
he's
some
a
of his
Jedi.
art.
Yeah, but if
he's
you're
a
gonna do
Jedi
it,
he's a
fucking
Jedi master of the
do it
culture.
to the best
Do it
of your
right.
ability.
I think
Well,
he
that
is though.
too.
If you listen
That
to
too.
it, you'll be
Yeah, no
pleasantly
excuses.
surprised.
Yeah,
I'm
no
not gonna lie.
excuses.
From what I've heard, I didn't think it was bad. I like it.
Yeah,
But like I said, I only heard like
like-
3
I
or
like
4
the
joints.
first one.
I'm gonna keep it funky.
I like the first one.
I'm gonna keep it funky. My problem with the album is Hit Boy. I don't like all the happy beats all the time. My
I
nigga,
could dig that.
Okay,
Because
I
I
can
felt
hear
that
that.
on the first
I get
album.
what y'all trying to
I
do.
can hear that. I
Okay.
can hear. I
Yeah,
felt that
it's
on the
too
first album. Like obviously, I like Nas's lyrics and his concepts and his songs, but I did feel that too. Some of the beats were a little uppity.
They're
on
not
the-
a they're not a
the
perfect
joint.
match.
Listen,
No, they're
Hit Boy
not.
and Nas.
They're not.
Listen,
Nah, I mean,
our
but-
favorite Nas is
Primo Nas.
Primo.
Yes.
It ain't hard to tell. Over Havoc beats.
Yeah.
That's
Nas
my
is
that's
like-
my
yeah,
problem with
that's-
Nas. If the theory is that he's rich, he don't need to rap no more. He's just doing it because he likes to rap.
I would be
All right,
rhyming with
nigga.
Primo then.
Rhyme over Primo beats. Rhyme over Havoc beats.
that's
like,
what Royce
do
is
something
doing.
that
Like,
people
Royce
wanna
is
fucking
fucking with
actually
Primo,
hear.
like-
and
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
making excuses.
Nah, but it's true. But I'm gonna keep it 100. And there's no disrespect to Nas or any other artist, but I feel like certain artists, when they get to a certain level, they looking towards only people who are on their level, and some of those people are beyond that,
That
type
too,
of music, fam. And that's no disrespect to those producers either, because they could tap into it. Because look at Swiss, he could tap into that grimy and bring it back. Like it's not just party time with him. Like he's gonna start a fight in the party with one of his joints. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean. Some producers are just move to another level that they beyond that sound. So you got to go back, like you said, go back to Primo or find the new Stretch, rest in peace, or somebody like that gives you that joint that makes New York go, whoa.
I think that's
Like-
what people expected
I'ma
from the
keep-
Kanye
Whoa.
album with Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa,
And that's
like-
and
yeah,
people
nah,
were
but then you hear
disappointed 'cause
those
that
weird-
wasn't
But
it.
that's
You
not
hear those
that's
weird
another
beats.
not a good marriage.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
it
not,
definitely
because
wasn't,
you
but
hear
like-
those weird beats that he's making.
And I like that album.
No, but listen,
That
those
Nasir
beats
was
will
dope. I
those
fuck with
beats
Nasir.
will
It
probably
wasn't bad.
work.
I just feel like it like for
I think those
bro,
beats will
for
work better
Kanye
with like
beats,
maybe a
I feel like he could've
Travis or
built-
Kanye or somebody like that. So it's
He
not
could've
like the
did better
beat
than
is
that.
whack.
The
It's-
Nasir.
I
Yeah.
feel like the production wise, like
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
like a
But
lot
also,
of,
you got to remember, it was Scatterbrain Kanye. Like, I'm pretty sure that
like
album was
I
probably
didn't
put
like
over.
Cop
put-
Shot the Kid, like the beat for that. I didn't like it.
I
I love the concept
Yeah,
behind
I
it.
love the concept.
I love what Nas
the beat,
was saying.
the beat got
but that beat,
annoying
like,
after,
did it-
after,
like that
after the
repetitive-
first
Because of that
verse.
vocal sample.
After the first verse, the beat gets annoying. I'm gonna keep it 100. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
And I think that album was rushed. It felt like they just got together over a weekend,
no,
put
but-
something together, and was like, "You were gonna."
Well,
put this
remember
out.
But
he was
Hit-
working on
Hit
Nas's
Boy-
album. He was
Hit
working
Boy
on Pusha
kinda-
T's album, NT on the
yeah,
Taylor's
but Hit
album,
Boy
all at the
kind of
same
said
time.
something
Pusha
too.
T's album was
And,
exceptional.
Pusha T was the
Tipsy
best
But
of
listen to this,
the
what
oh
Hit
yeah,
Boy
and
said.
it was the best of those
Hit Boy
three.
just,
with the
I
seven
guess when
joints.
they they had a little live video of the albums out,
release, yeah.
or whatever, and Hit Boy kind of said something. I don't know. I guess it's a shot, but it's kind of real too, because he said we don't have a room full of producers making one beat, because Kanye's kind of known for that, and there's no knock to that, because Kanye's known for that. There's people that done said they go into a Kanye session and you got this producer in one corner with headphones on making a beat. You got another producer in another corner making a beat. You got this guy, and then he's kind of like curating the best of what's being made in that room and then putting it together. And I'm pretty sure he's making joints himself too. So you know what I'm saying. That's pretty much what he does in some
That's what
of
a
the
lot.
sessions.
That's what it
So-
said about Dre.
Timberland's doing that now
Yes.
too.
So,
I mean,
but
I've heard about
but
that.
think about it like this: that's not your vibe. That's that producer's vibe. So
No,
now
no,
you
no, I
got
get it.
multiple vibes
Exactly.
mixing in. It might not go. His shit might be fire. His shit might be fire.
But
his
together-
shit might be fire. But combined, it's
Yeah.
like magnets on the opposite sides of each other. They repelling. So it's like, is it gonna work for this artist? And it's like, fam, I get the growth part of hip hop too. Like I totally understand, especially when you get to a level of Nas. But like you said,
Yeah.
you rich already. Fam, we don't care about that. We know you grown already. We know you invested in the tech, you know what I'm saying, side of things. We know you making mad money on that side. We know all that. Fam, just take people's heads off, fam.
Yeah, nobody gives
Just
a fuck
retire
about none of
taking
that
people's
shit.
heads off, fam.
Just
Like
get
we
with
don't,
Primo and
like,
give us
fam,
an
yeah.
Yeah,
Just take the
Well,
illest,
Crisis,
rawest
Crisis,
beats,
it was-
fam,
it
and
was-
just take people's heads off, fam. That's all we want to hear now, fam.
I was telling my man, it was like I telling my man, I think that Nas is to a point where he's trying to make grown folk music. Like he's trying to push the genre.
Listen, I'm not
to where
mad.
He can make it to like grown folk music.
I'm not mad at that, but to
sometimes
take your
it
head off
hits
music
and
is what's
sometimes it
gonna.
doesn't.
But this is what I'm saying. Like to go back
I
to
get it. Yeah,
to
yeah,
go back
yeah.
to the verses a little bit. You see how the Take Your Head music is still classic 15 years later?
Yo, yeah, like Nas could definitely
Like,
drop
all that
another
grown-
Made You Look,
Listen, I'm
and
not-
I won't be mad.
I'm not mad at the grown folk music. I'm not mad at it because I like to listen to it too. I love some of it. You know what I'm saying? But fam, take heads off. Why you can, fam? Why you still here, fam? Like I'm not saying don't make the grown folk music. Make some of the like. Remember how the albums used to have a variety of everything? Like you might have a storyteller joint, you might have a club joint,
Have a
but for the
shorty
most
joint.
part, most of the other joints was them. The it ain't hard to tells and the hard joints. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
New
fam,
York State of Mind. Yeah,
Y'all heard?
find the newest producer that got like, go get Alchemist. He's not new, but go get an Alchemist or go get just get one of those dudes that make joints that make you want to put your hoodie on.
Get a Crisis or a One Got
That's what I'm
Beats.
saying about hip
That's
hop.
what
Or
I'm
Crisis,
saying.
or Crisis,
that.
or One Got Beats. Get one of those beats that make you
Word.
want to put your hoodie on and go
Yeah.
load up the joint. And you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Don't do that though. But I'm just saying,
Music
give
that
you
make
that
you want
and
to.
it gives you that feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, like
Y'all
What
heard
about
But look at
what about if y'all take Nas vocals, make tracks, and put out a project called The King's Cure?
oh boy, I think that'll start some shit.
Let's edit that. That's an
That's
edit
all right,
point.
though. Start
That's an
some
edit
shit.
point.
I think that'll start some shit.
That's an edit point.
That's a great. I mean,
That's
shit.
that. Well, first we need the acapellas.
Well,
We need the
that's
acapellas.
easy now.
That's
You
not
know
hard
what
to get
I'm
now.
saying?
That's not now. Nah, there's
Nah,
a
it's
website
not,
for that
it's not
shit.
really hard to get.
That's a
but
website now
I'm gonna
that
keep
does
it
that
100,
shit.
fam. We gonna have. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna have you feeling like it ain't hard. Like not even hard. Just that
Well-
first Illmatic
So how about we do that?
type of.
How about you do that and give us that feeling, and then maybe Nas
this
will
is
get
the-
that
'cause this
feeling,
is-
and then
'cause
he'll
this
want to
is the
recreate it
situation-
with
'cause
y'all.
This
for
is
real.
the situation with that. As an artist, I might hear some of those beats, right? And they might not make it to Nas.
That's fair too, though. That's fair.
Nah, listen. That
As
'cause
long as
remember
it's
how
motivating and
remember how
creative.
Kanye used to say I used to keep all the beats for himself and give
Yeah.
everybody like fucking
Nah, but I'm
like
joking though, because
prequel whole beats and shit.
I'm not one of
yeah.
them dudes that hold on to beats too. Like I got joints right now that
You let him go.
I
This
let them
nigga's
go.
a monster. He cooks
And
like
people-
16 beats
and
a day. He
people be
sleeps
like,
3
yo,
hours a day.
I get people.
Tap in next week for part 2 of our interview with Show Cuzzo's Crisis and OneGotBeats as they break down their new project, the Agoge, aka Gladiator School. This has been the Godcast. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.